Hi everyone, I'm here today with Kelly Wynne Ferguson, and she is a fabulous handbag designer here in Austin, Texas, but of course her bags are everywhere all over the country. And you can't tell because she looks so fabulous, but she is pregnant and due in August. And I thought it would be really fun to talk about, just the other day I was talking about Jacinta Ardern, who we featured on The Dot. She's the Prime Minister of New Zealand and is pregnant, and all of the crazy questions she's gotten about how are you going to do this? How could you possibly run a country while having a baby? And of course now Tammy Duckworth, who is a senator, just had a baby 10 days ago and got approval finally to bring her baby to the Senate with her. And that was just like such a big deal. And she is the first senator ever to have a baby in office, which is nuts, right?
So crazy.
But we're talking about changing, normalizing this. And of course, you are an entrepreneur.
Yes.
You have your own business. Your business just hit 5 years old, which is amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's a feat in of
Can't even
itself.
believe it.
So her first child is 5.
Yeah,
Now
exactly.
her human child. But I just want to kind of, I just want to know what you think about that, or if you had questions about, how are you going to do this with a baby?
Yeah, of course. Everyone always asks that all the time. What's your plan of action? And, I feel like it's so unknown. It is my first child, well, my second child, yeah. But it is so unknown, and I'm so thankful to have so many other supportive women, everyone who is kind of business owners who have gone through it. They've been coming out of the woodworks to be like, just to tell me about their experience and what to expect, and that's been really nice, just to have some sort of an idea. So I'm planning to take a little bit of time off. It's really hard being a business owner to just disconnect fully,
Right.
but I definitely want to spend some time with my family, get to know my baby girl, and we'll just kind of see how it goes.
Right, but I assume that you have every confidence that it's not going to derail your business, right?
No, 100%.
That's
No.
right. As other people might think, and I think that we'll definitely want to check back with you on that once it's rolling to kind of talk about that, because of course I think that just to give you women encouragement that this is having a baby, it is a really big deal, and it's exhausting and overwhelming, and it's all those things, but it doesn't mean that we can't do everything. In fact, women are so incredible at that. So you're joining the ranks of some really amazing people like Tammy Duckworth and Jacinta Ardern, venturing into this, and I hope you don't get too many crazy questions. But one thing, just for our viewers today, can you just give us a tip? Your business just turned 5 years old, which is a big deal, because most businesses go out of business before the 5-year mark if they're not going to make it. So tell me, just kind of talk to us about a tip you have where someone who wanted to either get into your industry or, just even an entrepreneurship, what one step could they follow in your path, as a relatable role model? What's that step that they could take?
Well, I've been doing a lot of reflecting since we did hit the 5-year mark, and one of the main things that I feel like holds anybody back from pursuing their passion or their dream is that fear of failure.
Yep.
Fear of what people will think of me, fear of just taking that first step. And I always thought that, I just would have the fear in the beginning, just taking that first step, and then once I take the first step, the fear is gone, right? But looking back every single year, there have been so many different fears that I've had to conquer every single time. And so my one advice that I always tell people now is just, if you're waiting for that fear to go away, you will be waiting a lifetime. So you need to just go for it. If you have that passion and that dream, just go for it, and don't let fear hold you back. I know that sounds so cliche, but it really is so true, because it's disabling, it's paralyzing.
And I think that is great to just the reality check that. And I agree with you. I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm scared all the time.
Yeah.
But being able to channel that fear into that knowing that you're doing something big, that you're pushing yourself, and it's exciting. And so you can actually get really passionate about that fear, because when you feel it, it's like, okay, I'm on the right track.
Exactly.
I'm pushing if you're just like, oh yeah, no biggie or whatever, I'm thinking you need to figure out how to rev up, what you're doing, because if you're not, if you don't have that certain level of fear. So that's awesome advice. Well, thank you so much. Again, Kelly Wynne Ferguson, Kelly Wynne Designs, and check her out. What's your website?
It's kellywynne.com. It's KELLYWYNNE.
Awesome. And we'll put that in the link as well. Thanks, and we'll
Thanks.
see you soon.
Bye.